Hi everybody, we're going to be doing a tutorial today on Navy Field 2. As you can see here, I have three different captains. We have a German captain, another German captain, and a USA captain. As you can see, my German captain's level 60, he's my main. And I'm going to take you through setup and loadout and how to get ready to battle. And let's go here and create a captain. So, here we can see we have the US, the Great Britain, people who won the war. Germany, guys who lost the war. And the Germans. Like I said before, the Japanese. They both lost the war. Now, uh, there's different ships for each tier. You got the U.S., which has pretty good aircraft. They got good aircraft. Good AA. And Great Britain, they have more tanky ships. Their ships are going to be more tanky. The Japanese are going to have really heavy damage in their ships. There are a lot of torpedo ships and a lot of big guns. Their big battleship has the biggest guns on the game. They're tier 10. So if you want to get the biggest guns in the game, Japanese is the way to go. But again, they did lose the war, everybody. And Germans. Germans have great submarines. Their submarines can go underwater longer than everybody else's submarines. And submarines are a big part of the game if played right. And the longer you're underwater, the longer you get, you don't get shot as much. So let's go ahead and create a Japanese captain since I don't have one. So select it. You know, there's a ton of different avatars. You got women avatars. And this is a Korean-based game, so they're going to have more of an Asian face to them. The Japanese, Korean. See here. And they have a ton of captain avatars, which makes it nice. So let's go ahead and select, this one suits me more. I like the oldest looking captains. And we'll just go in here and make a name. So we'll just go and create, and it says confirm. If the name's already taken, it'll tell you that the name's taken. So now you have a captain that you can go into. So let's jump over to my German one here, and we'll show you a little bit more about the game. So here we have my ship. This is a tier 6 DD and destroyer, and you can, by using alt, you can rotate around your ship and look at your ship. And down here you can have as many ships as you want. I think it has 2 pages. You have to buy the more of them. Gold. Gold is money, and you have to buy the gold. So that's one thing about the game is if you want to increase more ships, you want to have, say, 12 ships or 10 ships, you're going to have to buy extra slots. But right now, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 total ships. 5 total ships. And 5 total ships is great because, you don't need a lot of ships. Especially since you can have up to 6 captains. And, you sell your ships, it gives you, I think, about a quarter of the money back for the ship. So it's not that great selling your ships. But here we have also, this is an APA. An APA is a assault ship for islands. In the game, there's many islands that you can capture that give you vision, and also an airfield will give your flagship bombing abilities. And that's very important. But if you are the flagship, you don't want to just rush out and get killed because you get those abilities during the whole match. And a radar will give you radar, let you know where everybody's at. It won't give you sight on them, but it'll tell you where they are on the map. So very useful tools. Now, let's go into the research tree. The research tree. This is the German research tree. You're going to start out in your level 1 right here. And it doesn't take many battles to get up to a tier 3. It doesn't take that long. I mean, maybe 20 battles, especially if you do go ahead and, like I said before, you buy gold and buy a premium account. And if you do that, you're going to get a lot more experience. So there's experience and there's credits and there's gold in this game. So let's go in and click on the first one. It says ship experience 0. You get the ship experience. Free experience 3,000. So I've pretty much upgraded all the things on here. I haven't bought them though. That's the important key, is I haven't bought them. I just bought, see, 10 credits requires 10 credits to buy. I just used the experience I needed to get to the next ship because these are low tier ships and I didn't want to play in them that long. But you could stay here, and if you enjoy the ship, you could upgrade the ship all the way and play in it. But I recommend getting to somewhere a little bit higher, you know, at least to the tier 4 or the tier 3 before you want to start upgrading a ton of stuff on the ship, because you're going to have a lot more fun. So say we go up the line and we go 1, 2, 3, and you know you're done for the day and you get stopped here, and you know you haven't upgraded everything. See, here, there's the experience. It takes experience. You don't have to necessarily use the credits to buy it. And I recommend not buying stuff for the first, like I said, 4 tiers, because you're gonna have a hard time if you buy each upgrade one, buy it, upgrade one, buy it. You're not gonna have enough credits to actually get your next ship, and that's a problem unless you enjoy playing the game a lot more than you need to get to the next ship. And everybody loves battleships. This game, everybody loves battleships, but you could be going for something else. So the first decision you have to make is, you know, after you're level 1, but APA doesn't really go anywhere, and it's just for capturing islands. And it's kind of just a troll ship, I think. So you got a choice when you get to your second ship, your second destroyer. You can go for a light cruiser or keep going down the DD line. And you go for the light cruiser, it's going to lead you on to the light cruiser line and to the battleship line. So if you're interested in big guns and blowing up ships with relatively a little bit of shots, a tier 6, a tier 7, tier 8 battleship can one-shot DDs. But that's not what the DD's made for. So if you're looking to kill ships easily and people who are rushing in, you go with the battleship line. That's where the damage is at. You're gonna have a lot of tank. You can see here that they get pretty expensive, and you know, a lot of experience. I'm not gonna say this game is a lot of grinding. So if you're looking to go another route, we can go down, you know, keep going down the DD line, and we're gonna go into the submarine line. And the submarines, I haven't tried them myself yet. They look like a lot of fun. And that's the main purpose of them, is to sink the battleships over here. And the DDs, their main purpose is to sink the submarines and keep their battleships alive. So you have to think minded of, you're playing as a fleet. You're gonna have those games where you want to rush in, torp, and blow up. DDs, they're torping ships. You can fan out a whole bunch of torps. A lot of fun. Shoot them out. Okay, so, and now we have also over here, you see the heavy cruiser line. This is the heavy cruisers and the aircraft carriers. Very, very OP. Aircraft carriers in this game, super OP. They can have torpedo bombers, fighters that take out other aircraft carriers' fighters, or even dive bombers that blow up battleships like crazy. So those are really, really important, and if you enjoy a more complex play, you're going to want to play the aircraft carriers. But then we also have the heavies right here, the heavy attack ships, and heavy cruisers. And you can see that it goes all the way up to tier 11. So, it's They're they're they're. I have friends that play them, and they're a lot of fun. And they can sink battleships depending on how you position them. I'm not gonna say you get sunk pretty easily with a battleship if you get broadsided. Broadsiding means you're facing them long sideways to the other ship. You don't ever want to do that. You're gonna get killed. So let's take a look at the other trees, guys. Here we have the Japanese. And see, this right here, I played Navy Field 1. This is the Kuma. The Kuma, the light cruiser line, they're all heavy torpedo ships. And they're going to be shooting out tons and tons of torpedoes, guys. And there's the Yamamoto, that has the 18-inch .1 guns, the biggest guns in the game. That ship, I have not seen one yet, but it is going to wreck some face when it gets out. Alright, let's head over to the Great Britain here. So we have, basic, same thing, dreadnoughts, heavy cruisers, aircraft carriers, battleships, and the destroyers, of course. But this is a pretty cool one. The Nelson right here, it has a combo with 3 guns in the front, and, they're 16-inch guns. They're only 16-inch. So they're not the biggest in the game, but the really cool is you get a really nice spread with the Nelson. And for a battleship, that's kind of unique because most battleships are 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So with this one here, you have a spread of 3 guns, and it gives you a really nice spread. And the Vanguard, of course, has 15-inch guns, but it has 4 of them. So you're actually losing some going to the bigger ship, but if you click on it, you can actually go and see that it does have faster reloading guns that you can get. And most battleships are going to have AA. AA on the battleships is very important because you can shoot down those dive bombers that are coming at you. And here we have the Americans. Everybody loves the Americans because they won the war. And you can see some familiar ships here, the Nevada, which got sunk at Pearl Harbor, and a lot of destroyers, and, the submarine that was on down Periscope right here. So, very OP. Very OP in the fact that it has, the DDs have amazing AA. See, if we go to the lower tiers here, the tier 4, the Fletcher has the Americans have Pacific guns just for AA. And which is a unique feature that they have. I don't think anyone else has that feature. You can see 5-inch guns and it goes down to 3-inch, but they're specifically for AA and shooting down planes. So you can fill up a DD with AA and kill people all day. The planes, at least. Which is protecting the fleet, which is another rule in the game. And, very OP CVs. CVs are considered very OP in the game, like I said before, and the Americans have the best ones. And they're very, very, very cool. And we got the big battleship here, the Iowa, which has 16-inch guns, and they go up to 16-inch. Like I said, the 18.1-inch guns are huge on the Japanese. So we looked at all the battleships, and they're at least 2 inches smaller. So if you really want to do a lot of damage, go that Japanese and get that big Yamamoto, and that's going to be what you are really going to like, because they got those huge guns, which will sink a lot of ships. Alright, so that's the list tree for you guys. Alright, let's go into your captain. Your captain, every time you level up, you get a captain point. So you're going to left click or right click on your captain, and you see you got weapons 40, support 12, and command 12. And you can see his level is 60, his name is Weissler, and wins not very good. I'm not the very best at this game, but if you exit a battle early, you automatically lose. So if you want to get a higher win ratio, stay in your games the whole time, because you don't know what's going to happen. Even if there's only a couple ships left, those people could be really good, and they could win the battle for you. And see, I got honor points and season points. Now, my fleet is NFC, that's Need for Chicken. And we got the little rooster from Looney Tunes as our logo. And what that is you get points for sinking ships and winning matches, and that gets all added up and thrown onto your fleet total, which gets into a ranking system. So every time you level up, you add points into each slot here, which increases your captain's abilities. But every, say, 15 points, you get an extra officer. Officers are what give you more abilities and make you more accurate, make your ship repair faster, make you shoot faster. So let's go and look at the officers. We'll go down and click on the battle stations here. Alright, we can see I have many things to upgrade here. Okay, and each one you can just click on them when you're gonna buy them. You just click on the slot and you click buy and confirm and it'll buy. So you're gonna right click on the little arrow, and it's gonna pull up the sailor or the officer, and you're gonna see 3 different tabs here. So it's just really big because you can't change these after you do it. The same with the captain. Once you put the things in, unless you pay gold, you're not going to be able to change the actual abilities on your captain. So it's very important. If you're going to be going battleship, I would say reload and accuracy is a very important. If you're going to go DD and you want to be a torping DD, I would say, you know, put all your stuff into launchers. If you're going to be a submarine, definitely put all your stuff into launchers, because submarines need those fast torpedo reloads so you can sink more ships. So I have a mix here of rapid refire and accuracy. So I'm a DD, I like to do a lot of damage with my guns, and accuracy is very important for me because I want my shells to count. So we're just going to confirm and cancel and gather. So let's actually look at the support now. Oops. Okay, so in support we have maintenance, repair, and engine. The engine's gonna make you, you can make your engine overheat in the game and make it go faster. We're gonna have increase repair rate, which, so if you get damaged in the game, you can get away from the battle and your ship can get repaired. Maintenance makes you take less damage, which is very important. I like to have a tankier ship, so I do maintenance and I take a lot less damage. So that's support, guys. Now we have special. Now, like I said before, you have islands that you occupy in the actual game arena, which can control vision, airstrikes, and radar. Increasing the forces, so you can go up to an island and capture it with your boat, but you only have so many boats that you can use on your ship to capture an island. So this is going to increase the attack amount of each little landing craft that you send out, which is good for, you know, the APA. And also for my ship, I like it a little bit, but I should have put a lot more points into anti-submarine, because looking for the submarines is the most important thing, to protect your battleships. So here we have the anti-battleship, the anti-submarine ability, which you're going to want to put, if you're a DD and you're going down the DD line, you're going to want to put all your stuff into that. And if you're a submarine, you're going to want reduced sonar detection. So this is going to increase your ability not to get detected by DDs. So if you're going submarine, put all your points in the dive, guys. Okay, on to the aviation. So you should be buying, at the start, you should buy all, it gives you enough credits to buy all the officer slots, and you should do that because you want them to get as high level, because you don't know where you're going to end up. So I just put all of them in anti-air attack, because this captain, I don't think I'm not saying I'll never have him on a CV or an aircraft carrier, but for right now, if he is ever going to go to a CV, it's just going to be to shoot down other CV's planes, and that's all I'm putting him in. So this increases the attack ability against other planes. This increases their evasion rate, and this increases the aircraft's bombing hit rate. So those three, you know, they don't really help your ship if you're going to be going into the other ones, but you should still level them up, just in case you ever want to go the CV route. Alright, and that's it for officers, guys. And let's go into operators now. And ship aids or operators, and extra slots for your ship. Extra slots for your ship give you extra abilities. So we're gonna go up to the store, guys, and you can see you can buy your ships here. And armor is for battleships. This is bulge. These are upgrades, which I'm gonna be going over right now. And here we go. So we have basic training. You know, increases the morale. Morale helps increase your officer's ability to hit the targets or shoot the torpedoes faster, etc., etc. So we're gonna go down to ship support, and this is what I'm talking about. This modifies the accuracy by 5% of your guns, so it helps you increase your ship's slots. You know, and reduces the time firing by 5%. So these are all abilities you can buy, but they cost credits. I don't recommend using any of these until at least tier 6, because it's going to cost you a lot of credits, and you can't rebuild them real fast, unless you enjoy playing a smaller tier ship. And there's just stuff for everything. Repairing, making your engine overheat more, and submarine sonar detection. So there's a little bit of everything in here, and you can buy better stuff with the gold, but that's up to you guys. And there's a 7-day or 2-day for the gold, but for credits there's only 7-day stuff. And you're gonna go ahead, and when you buy those, you're gonna put it into your ship right here. And each slot costs credits to buy. It doesn't cost a lot, but it's unique to each ship. So I got the repair, the engine, you know, the accuracy, the reload time, and the sonar for my DD. And it helps a lot, guys. So I would recommend using these around tier 6, tier 7. And yeah. So now we're going to go over officers. Officers help you get extra experience. So, or aids, weapons class. The officers are the ones we were talking about earlier. The aids, operators, help you get extra experience, extra credits, extra morale. See here, this guy will give you extra to your captain and officers and aid. So, but they only last a couple days. They're only 2-day captains, unless you buy the gold ones, which will give you more, but they're still only 2-day. So, it's up to you guys. 15% over 5%. It's a big difference, but you know, unless you're gonna be having a binge for 2 days, I wouldn't recommend buying gold and getting these. But you can, you know, it's up to everybody. So I like to get it'll give you 5% from battles. It gives you extra experience, helps you level up faster. I recommend getting these around 4. I wouldn't get them right off the bat, because they do cost a lot of credits, and it's gonna slow your progression down. But once you get to tier 4, tier 5, definitely start using these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and buy, and we've purchased one here. And go into battle stations. And here we go. See, he's here now, and we just go ahead and confirm, and he's in our slot. And here we can also see how much I have accuracy and all your officers' abilities. So, right now, when you sink a ship, you're gonna get rewards, and they'll end up here, and you'll just receive all at once, and then the extra credits will go up into your supply depot. So that's the tutorial, guys. If you want to get rid of the annoying music, just go ahead and go to the audio options, game options here, sound options, and turn them all off, because there is a lot of annoying music, and it's very loud. So, or just turn it down to really low, so you don't have to experience any of it all the time. It's okay for a little bit, but if you're playing on TS with other people like I do, it gets very annoying. So thank you for watching my tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thank you, and have a great year, guys.